Yo, guys, and welcome to Perceived Podcast, the podcast where we see and talk about everything and everyone.
Yo.
Yeah, Cameron's here as well.
Hello.
Today I wanted to start this off with quite a sad note. DMX just passed away.
Well, not just, but recently.
Yeah, recently passed away. RIP to him. Thoughts and prayers to his family, of course. Condolences and all stuff like that. But yeah, I really like DMX's music. You know, he's dealt through a lot of shit in his life. You know, his dad being a fucking dickhead, and you know, just the crack addiction and shit. So, you know, he's been through a lot of shit, and I guess his pain's over now. And I know it's just a normal part of life, and I just hope that everyone can move on from his past. And his music was really good, and yeah, that's all I have to say. So yeah, we'll dedicate this shit to him. So, and right, okay. So keeping on the topic of music, you've seen it,
Yeah,
the video,
who hasn't?
and you've heard it. Obviously,
Good
we're
songs.
talking about Montero or whatever by Lil Nas X. You didn't know he was gay, did you?
No, I actually didn't know he was gay.
Yeah. So when you saw that, you were like, "Oh man, he's gay."
I mean, I didn't know he was gay, but I definitely knew
Yeah.
he was gay when I saw him lap dancing the devil.
It's funny, innit, how he expected everyone to like not take the piss, but like sort of rage at him.
For being gay.
Not even that, but just like looking at the devil or lap dancing the devil as well.
Yeah, he's a little bit.
But he kills him at the end. But obviously, no one wants to focus on that because he's gay, and gay's bad, apparently, according to their religion and shit. Well, not
What
all
religion,
of them.
but
Christianity.
people that disbelieve in.
Christianity.
Mm.
And well, not all Christians, but some like mad ones. But anyway, yeah. So it's a really cool video actually. It's got loads of biblical shit in it. Yeah, it's really sick. But
What's that first bit where that alien Donny comes?
yeah,
It looks like KSI a little bit, doesn't it? he does that. You can't lie. He's got big forehead.
No.
Yeah, he does.
No.
It's the way Donny.
But anyway,
You stuttering. He says as he stutters. Anyway,
you sound like Jake Paul, you know, in the podcast. You mocking him for stuttering, and then he started stuttering himself, fucking dickhead. Anyway, so brings us on to games. I don't know how, but so obviously we're talking about our games today, and we're talking about how like you're sort of getting bored, and I found this a lot of time at your age.
Yeah.
Like you start to get like sort of bored of gaming in games, especially if you're not like fully dedicated to it and you're like fully pro. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And you start to get like, you start to just want to do other shit. But yeah, so would you say like games are getting boring for you? And what would you say about that?
You can't exactly go outside right now, so this is probably the worst time to be around. You can't go outside at all, obviously because of.
Talking about
I'm saying lockdown restrictions.
Yeah.
It's not really supposed to be lockdown, but it
But
still is.
The restrictions aren't there anymore, aren't they?
No, there's still some.
Right.
Like there's still restrictions, isn't there?
Yeah, like 6 for outside. Or something.
Yeah. They're just limits.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's getting a little bit boring. Same
Yeah.
repetitive stuff.
Yeah.
FIFA as well. Speaking about repetitive games.
Yeah. FIFA. Fuck, man. I didn't buy FIFA 21.
I bought it because I wanted the career mode, so
Yeah.
I can play it in the future.
That's what funny enough, that's what I did FIFA 20. But as soon as I bought it, it's just so repetitive now, FIFA.
No, but the new career mode stuff's out. That's why I bought the FIFA 21.
Yeah, but I'm just not buying FIFA. No matter
I'm a buying.
no matter how good it is anymore, I can't buy FIFA. And plus I'm bored of football, and I'm just bored of the culture.
Yeah, I mean, football's alright. I don't mind football, but I just don't follow
like
it.
watching
I don't
it
really
anymore.
follow it.
Yeah. Like, I used to, but I don't like watching it anymore.
I don't mind watching it.
I'll play it. I don't mind it, but, like, I wouldn't go out my way.
Yeah.
I used to really like it, but, yeah, FIFA's just that old repetitive
But going
shit.
to a football match is very entertaining.
It is, yeah.
Like at the Forest Ground, especially.
Yeah.
You can imagine what it's like at Anfield as well.
Yeah, it is good. I remember when I had a season ticket last season before the season got called off.
Mm.
It was sick. Oh, it's postponed. But yeah, FIFA is bro. It's so repetitive.
Another repetitive game, GTA.
Yeah.
GTA's quite. It works, but they haven't really brought a game out in.
Yeah. When do you think they're bringing that next one out then?
I mean, it's been 8 years, hasn't it? So, you said earlier 10-year anniversary.
I think it's going to be brought out 10-year anniversary because I think like it'll be like this big marketing thing. Like
So it was in Miami, didn't they?
Miami, yeah. But imagine how sick it would be. If
It would be in London. That would be sick.
That would be sick.
That would be pretty good.
Because honestly, the UK is like, it's kind of disrespected by the gaming market, isn't it?
But it wouldn't really pop off.
It wouldn't really pop off.
Because like America's a one place, and like the UK's only.
And obviously everyone will buy it, and it's in Miami. That is pretty sick still, Miami. But along with the UK being disrespected, bro, these, you know, it's not as bad, but like, bro, the UK is so disrespected in the Grammys, especially in hip hop, and UK grime and shit, and drill. And like, it's getting better now, but it's just so disrespected, isn't it? Just with the way like Stormzy and everyone.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
It's so disrespected, bro. Because like, honestly, like, why?
Explain to them.
Yeah. So basically, they nominate mostly the American artists.
Eminem. What's his name?
Which is fine. Like all.
Yeah, they're good, but they're not like. Some aren't as good as they should be compared to other people.
Yeah. And anyway, so like when a UK artist drops something sick, like Slow Tie's dropping sick stuff,
Heady ones.
they ain't get nominated in the US, and that's fine because they don't sell in the US and stuff, and it's a US based thing. I don't know. I just feel like we're a bit disrespected by people in the US, you know.
Like Drake even collab with Heady One. What's it called? It's like only freestyle, something like that. Something freestyle.
Chicago freestyle.
No. It's the one where Heady One from England, the black guy.
Oh right.
Collab with Drake. That's another thing about the whole Grammy thing is they're particularly
racist. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, when they say.
I mean, racist is a very very strong word. It's like when you say you hate someone.
They don't.
So it's like
They're racist, but they're only racist.
Disrespected.
Yeah, they're disrespectful because they have these committees that vote on shit, of course, for who wins.
Yeah.
And the people in the committees, they don't understand the black artists, pretty much, or the artists, mainly hip hop, and shit. Because, well, let's call it what it is. They're not from that. They're not from that culture. They're not from that era. They probably don't get it.
They don't understand the slang of it.
Yeah, not even that, but just they don't understand the feeling behind it. Like people can hear hip hop songs,
but they don't listen to the words. They don't listen to.
No, sorry, they can listen to hip hop songs, but they're not hearing it.
They won't understand it.
If you want to hear it and understand it, you got to hear it. Do you know what I mean? You got to know.
I know what it's like. Know what it means.
Like listening to a hip hop song high is like mad different to listening to a hip hop song sober. Trust.
Like, or what's that? What's that? It's not necessarily a song, but what's it called? Where it goes, all the other kids. I didn't realise that was about a school shooting.
Yeah.
Like,
loads of people say that.
I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like it's
so
from
happy.
A school shooting.
Do you know another one that's like that?
Yeah.
Do you know Hater by Outkast?
No.
It's about him being really depressed. It's
Oh yeah, I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so it's really happy, right, and upbeat. Just like pumped up kicks. But the lyrics behind it, and behind the happy verse and the happy things, they're really sad. And talking about him being depressed and shit. And obviously in Pumped Up Kicks, they talk about him school shooting. Daddy comes home late or whatever that lyric is. Obviously, which is, you know.
But lyrics are quite repeated, as in like the theme of them, but depressed is a new one. As in, you can talk about a sad song, but depressed as in yourself.
Yeah.
That's quite an outgoing feeling to sing about, innit?
Yeah, people pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's this emo stuff, emo trap nowadays, which is, you know, good. for certain artists like Juice WRLD and Kanye West sort of started the.
Was Polo G? Is
yeah,
he a little
Polo
bit?
G. Yeah, he's a little bit.
Pop Smoke.
Nah, he's more drill, I say. But
what about his
talking about this emo stuff? Like, you know that people are like really sad on record. And
Lil Tecca. Lil Tecca's good as well. Yeah.
I think like to a certain extent Kid Cudi as well. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
But it was all started by like Kanye West, and that him and his like 808s and Heartbreak inspired that whole like being sad, being able to be vulnerable on, you know, record and shit. So I think it's pretty cool. But back to the Grammys, like it's so annoying because Tyler the Creator, a hip hop artist, he does an album called Igor, and it's not really a rap album, but they put him in the rap album category, and obviously it wins that, but it should have won album of the year. And it's the same with Kendrick Lamar.
It's like downgrading.
They like downgrade, yeah. It's mad. And it's just.
But why is rapping? Why is rapping a downgrade? Like, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like more of a specific award.
I get that, yeah.
Whereas album is album of the year.
Yeah.
Is like album of like classical, rapping, grime, pop, hip hop, all that.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just specify, it's a little bit.
Yeah. It's just sort of putting an asterisk on it, I feel. Like, it's not downgrading it. Like, winning rap album of the year is obviously
it's like diluting the award.
Yeah. Especially when it's not a rap album.
You won an award.
But it wasn't a rap album, that's the thing. They put it in a rap album because he is a rapper. And he had rapped a little bit, but it wasn't mainly a rap album. But the thing is with the Grammys and different subcategories that they start, they just give it to like people they want to give it to, who think they deserve. So they're just giving like
someone that they like, someone that will like push their sponsors out and
and get commercial success.
But
not even sometimes that, but sometimes they do it to cover themselves of shit that they've done wrong in the past.
Because someone could make a song about that easily.
Yeah, no, not even that. Just like they give right. So like Nas won Rap Album of the Year, which is debatable whether it was. Those are ones that were sick too, but
Lil Nas.
No, Nas, just Nas, okay. the original.
Yeah.
But people said he shouldn't have won it, but like they were, because he hadn't won a Grammy before. They were like sort of covering for all those other times they didn't give him Grammys.
All right.
So yeah, it's dodgy anyway, and it's the same with the Oscars, and it is changing, yeah. But you know, I feel like.
So let me get this straight. Grammy is music award of the year.
Yeah.
Oscars is
acting
film, of the year. What's the footballer one? What's the footballer one?
Oh, it's like sports personality.
Yeah, that's it. What's that one called?
I don't know. That one's
is
dead.
that part
anyway.
of the Oscars as well?
That one's dead anyway. They're all dead, the Academy Awards. But yeah, The Weeknd withdrew his music from the Grammys, which I think is a really big step in sort of keeping these guys in check, you know. I think more artists should do that, just to worry them a little bit, and if not to completely destroy them or like make them completely irrelevant, at least get them to do better in their judging. Do you know what I mean? Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not going to be.
Can you like actually move yourself out of the Grammys?
Yeah,
can you apply for the Grammys and take yourself out of it?
You can stop submitting your music to it. Yeah, so they can't use it.
People submit their music to it.
Yeah, because they want to win a Grammy.
Yeah, but I could literally create a really shit song and submit it to the Grammy.
Well, obviously it's not going to get nominated though, is it?
But what if it does?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised with the current state. I doubt it would.
Yeah, because
he's
white. Oh, you're all that, man.
Is he?
Hey, something like that probably would happen.
Maybe. I mean, Macklemore won one.
They are very well.
Shit. Yeah.
Macklemore's good. He is.
He's alright.
Oh, come on. Are you serious? Macklemore. Macklemore's decent.
He's alright.
What do you mean?
He has a couple good bangers.
Macklemore is a good song.
Shouldn't have won Album of the Year though.
He makes good songs.
You still listen to his songs?
I've listened to a couple of them. Trust me, I'm a IEPED. So far.
Yo, man needs to get better music taste. That's for sure. That's for sure.
I have decent music taste.
Macklemore, yeah.
I'm just saying he's a good artist.
He's alright, but I don't rate him like that. I don't think he's.
Obviously not Kanye West level of production, but.
He ain't my level of production. Nah, I'm joking. He's alright.
Yeah, he ain't, because you're shit.
Less shit than him. That's for sure.
Macklemore's good.
He's alright. I'm telling you, he's alright. But I wouldn't put him in.
Alright, what do you think of 21 Pilots then?
Die.
Oh my god.
They're just too generic. Sometimes. I like.
What do you think of Coldplay?
Thing is, I used to
Coldplay.
They're a good band.
Bro, you're judging.
But they're not the
awful.
greatest band. They're not the greatest band of all time.
You're judging music's awful.
Man just called Coldplay the greatest band of all time.
I'm not saying they're the greatest band of all time. Of course they're not the greatest band of all time.
They're just a bit generic. I think it's because you're quite young.
And at the time, Queen were a generic band, but now we see them as
Queen, a generic band. Oh my god, this guy's tripping. Yo, are you trolling? Are you trolling me? I swear.
yeah.
Man just called Queen. That's staying.
Oh, the Arctic Monkeys aren't even that
That's
good.
that's controversial. That's the title, bro. Queen, a generic band. Are you mad? What, the first ever lead singer who was of was he Asian? I think it was Asian. Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury was not Asian. He was gay, that's for sure, but he was not fucking Asian.
Well, what was he then?
Definitely not Asian.
Well, what race was he then?
He wasn't British. He probably was part British, but
We're talking about Asians now. You're talking about British.
no, you're saying what was he? Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, he was Asian. Well, what do you think
I
he
just
is?
killed a man.
What do you think he is?
Not Asian.
Well, what is he?
I don't
What
know,
race
but
is
he's
he?
not Asian.
What race is he?
I don't know.
What race is he?
But how I'd classifying someone as a race, putting that on their head. Actually, yeah, that's that's a dark turn. Actually,
that's the exact thing of what a race is. Hey, tripping.
I could identify as black if I wanted to.
So what race is Freddie Mercury?
I could identify as skinny.
What race is Freddie Mercury black?
If he wanted to identify as that.
Is he white?
If he wanted to identify that as he could. Scientifically, he was white. But...
Man just called Freddie Mercury white.
I mean,
Next topic.
Michael Jackson's white.
I mean, he turned white.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know. You've never seen Freddie Mercury before, have you?
I have. Bro, I have, bro.
Okay, next topic.
He's like mixed race. He's like a very, very light brown.
Next topic.
Bro.
The Olympics.
No.
Call Freddie Mercury white. Stop digging a bigger hole for yourself.
Bro, he is white.
You're chatting shit. Right.
I'm pretty sure he's white.
The Olympics. Talking about different races and different countries. That was like a Donald Trump shit. The Olympics. What's happening? What's going to happen with the Olympics 2021?
The World Cup.
Yeah, and all the travelling
Rugby
abroad.
World Cup. Any like big event, like the Super Bowl. What's happening with that?
Do you think there's going to be bigger crowds for the next years, or the years coming up?
Not only that.
You think we're going to get?
When are the crowds going to be allowed to let in?
And also travel between borders and shit.
2 Champions League matches, the 2 semi-finals, in a day. Well, not a day. Well, in a close period of time.
Where are you going?
In a close period of time.
Yeah.
Will people be allowed to go from one place to another that quick in the future? As in, you know how they're saying vaccine passports and all this? Will they be able to travel? Will travelling be easier, or will it be unbelievably harder? Because at the minute it's like through all the luggage,
it would definitely be harder.
Then they'll be like, right, show me your ID,
especially in Europe, because Europe's having a bad time of it as well.
Show me a passport. Have you had a vaccine? No. Right, off you go.
Yeah, but Europe's having a bad time of it because they're like we're kind of all right now.
No, I guarantee you.
We're all right.
I guarantee you by the end of this year there will still be mentions of COVID.
So that's gonna work really funny. There might not be. I think there might not be.
Will they allow like half? The
Yeah,
amount of people?
half the sort of thing. But on sporting events, bro, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, bro.
You
But
mentioned this.
This is mad.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to.
What?
Eddie Hall versus Thor. Icelandic name that I don't know how to pronounce. Halpthor? Halpthor, is that his name? How do you say it?
Maybe.
What's his name? Halpthor. Something like that. He's a weird Donny anyway.
Yeah.
But he's a giant. He's like 6'7", 170 kg, bro. He's built.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't stack up to Tyson Fury versus AJ.
No, obviously.
Tyson Fury versus AJ is going to be one of the biggest fucking events of the century. Sporting events of the century. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Two absolute legends in the prime of their career. Stacking up. They're going to fight, bro.
I swear Tyson Fury's like...
He's
getting on.
He's
a bit
getting
now,
on,
isn't he?
but no, he's still sick, bro. Tyson Fury will outbox AJ, I think. AJ needs to really get that combination of one round and quickly try and win one round and one... sort of get that
But AJ's
good punch.
AJ's pretty tall. He's got a very long reach on him.
He's got good power as well, but
Yeah.
no. But I think Tyson got longer. I think Tyson will just outbox him, but I think AJ has a chance. Unlike Logan Paul versus Mayweather, Mayweather's gonna fuck him up unless Logan lands that one big punch. But
That's the thing with boxing.
Yeah,
one
we
punch
need
can
that
change
one
the game.
big punch, yeah.
It only takes something like 8 pounds pressure to the temple and you can knock someone out.
Yeah.
Do you know how much that is? As in, I could literally slap
Not
someone
a
like
lot,
that,
Yeah.
and they could get knocked out.
Yeah.
That's it. If Mayweather misses one punch, and he lands one good hook, he's done.
He could.
He's done.
He's got
That's it.
slight.
There's literally so many times where there's been like 0.0001% chance something's happened, and it's happened. Like,
Yeah.
people deny the odds, and they have also pushed past the odds. So,
Yeah. I get that.
obviously Mayweather
I think
probably
he has a
will
chance.
win. He probably
Yeah.
will win, but
Yeah.
there's still a chance Logan can.
I think.
Who cares about Logan anyway?
Yeah. Anyway, but another Paul brother that I've got more sort of hope for is Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. So
Problem with him, he's fighting a lot of people that aren't
fighters.
like proper
Yeah.
bulletproof, tough,
Yeah.
can land a
But
proper
actually,
one.
he is because on the True
Like,
Georgie.
don't get me wrong. The person he's coming up against now
Yeah.
is a tough boxer. Like,
Wait, he's not a
no, he's not a
boxer.
boxer, but he's like tough with.
He tough.
He can land
He
a
can
couple
take
punches.
He can land a couple. He can take a few. That's for sure.
That's
got
where
the
he's a
strength.
previous. That's where he's an
He's a
MMA. Is he an
wrestler.
MMA?
Yeah, he's an MMA fighter. He's more of a wrestler.
So, yeah.
Is it? I don't know why he took it.
He's fighting all these people that aren't like.
Yeah.
That's like
On the top
that's
of the-
like putting a footballer in a rugby scenario.
Yeah. I get that.
Like, what are you doing? You
But
fight a boxer.
but also, it is a stepping stone, and
Like-
he is a fighter.
But then again, think about it. He fought that basketballer.
Yeah.
He's a basketballer for
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
But
Come
he's
on.
an athlete, to be fair.
I don't care. He
Yeah, but
literally-
Jake
for a living,
wasn't a boxer
He
either.
bounced a ball around for a living. He doesn't throw punches.
But he
Yeah.
still must be a little.
Who else did
strong.
he fight? He fought Gibb. Right. Gibb could absolutely smash him in. It's just that he was very
Not
very
trained.
He was trained.
He
but
just wasn't experienced.
He
in
took
fighting.
the wrong approach.
And
He didn't have that many spars. You know, he didn't.
Yeah, he wasn't experienced. But this is why I think Jake is gonna win, because Jake has been getting slapped around by
The
people
media.
in spar. No,
The media.
the media. Right, he's got the media, and he's got fucking Dana White putting in $1 million quid bet on him, and shit. So obviously that's gonna spur him up. But as well as that, bro, he's been getting slapped around by. He's in a camp with Mike Tyson and shit. He's been getting slapped around by pro boxers, and he loves it. Like, I saw him on the True Geordie podcast, and he was like, yeah, bro, I'm learning from getting beat the shit out of. And that's how you learn. So I think he is going to be well prepared. Just like Ben Askren, obviously he's a very experienced fighter, so he will be prepared, obviously. But of getting, like, punched and shit. But I think they will both be, but I think Jake's hands and his power and his punches and he looks really deadly, and he's got really good hands. So I think Jake's going to win in under 6 minutes. And if he doesn't, then I think Ben Askren will outlast him, and he'll have that fighting experience to sort of take out to the round limit tie round limit win.
I still think he's fighting people that aren't.
I think he needs to fight.
I
think he needs to fight someone who's a boxer and has been boxing, not an MMA fighter. That's crossing over.
Like an MMA fighter, he's been training like martial arts and all that. Yeah. Certain holds, certain ways to dodge punches and that. He's not built for
boxing.
Yeah. Like I think he's built that mentality in his head.
He's not even got that good of a punch.
He's built that mentality in his head now where it's like, if they miss a punch, I'll go in for a clinch and then getting them on the ground.
Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to clinching, he will have Jake. Because
he will.
Because he's built for that.
Yeah.
That's what he's built for.
But I feel like you can't clinch too much though.
I know, but when it comes to, that's what I'm saying, when it comes to punches, it's like a 75 to a 25. Yeah. It's like, no.
I think Jake will beat him under 6 minutes.
But Jake needs to start fighting people that are built for boxing.
He does.
Like Nate Robinson, boxer. Gibb, he only lost to him because he didn't go with the right approach and he didn't have enough experience in sparring. Deji would have beat him.
Yeah, but they were both.
But Deji's stamina was off.
And he didn't train properly.
See what I mean? He's like, he beat Gibb.
He is good though.
He beat Gibb.
Yeah.
He beat Deji. He beat Nate Robinson. He beat. Well, he's gonna beat.
He is good though.
He is gonna beat his next opponent.
Ben Askren.
And he wants to fight Conor McGregor. I don't think that's gonna.
Thing is though, Conor McGregor.
See, like, he wants to fight another person that's not.
Yeah. Conor McGregor.
What's up with this, Donny?
Yeah, but the thing is, right, he's smart.
Why doesn't Jake fight Mayweather?
He's smart because he's racking up the wins.
Mayweather?
He's racking up the wins and experience without losing, so people will still fight him because he's hot right now, and he can get a good fight. And if he wins one of those big fights against a proper boxer, then people are gonna be like, and then he can just chill for a bit and be like, yeah, I won the fight against a proper boxer and a few other fights.
I feel like after this, he's gonna fight KSI.
I think he might.
I think he will, because KSI is an actual boxer now.
I don't want to see that though.
I really want to see that.
But the thing is, I think KSI is gonna lose.
Mm.
I don't think KSI is as good as Jake Paul. I think he's got more heart, but Jake will have the technique now after he fights a proper fighter.
But
and,
I'll tell you what.
Oh.
I want to see is in that KSI versus Jake fight. It's basically the Mayweather camp versus the Tyson camp, because Mayweather's boxing club, they trained JJ. Yeah.
That's mad. Mayweather versus Tyson.
Obviously Vidal.
Yeah.
And Leon.
Yeah.
That Leon's like, he's mad. He's cuckoo. Did you see in the fitness thing?
Yeah.
How he put them through limits.
Leon is mad.
And even KSI said in that, he was like, that's just a normal day for me.
Yeah.
So he will be ready in cardio
KSI
aspect.
will be ready.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's technically as good as Jake.
And if Mayweather puts him through them paces of different spars, he gets him going.
Oh, for sure. I think if it goes more rounds, I think JJ will have the stamina.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
But I think, honestly, if you're asking me, I think Jake probably wins that. Because KSI doesn't have the technique. In every one of his fights, KSI's looked open.
That's what I'm saying.
He drops his jabs.
I've got a feeling Vidal will tell him, stay back, long it out, drop his energy, and in the later fights, that's when you take him. That's when he took Logan.
Or just keep jabbing.
That is when he took Logan.
Yeah.
He took Logan in the last moments.
Well, he dominated Logan for a lot of it, to be fair. But his technique wasn't good. It's just because Logan wasn't aggressive. KSI's technique
That's what I'm saying.
Was pretty
That's
shit.
the whole point. KSI's technique is when they're aggressive and he has the counter. But if Logan's not aggressive, his technique doesn't come out. His counter is Logan throws an aggressive right hook, he slips it or goes under it or dodges it at some point and hits, bang, connects right on the cheek. That is his technique. But if Logan's not doing that, how can he show the technique?
Yeah.
He can't. There's no possible way. That's like trying to make cordial without water. You can't do it.
I think that would be an interesting fight.
Because obviously Jake's way too big-headed. If he comes up to that fight, Jake will be too big-headed. He's won every single fight up to this point.
Yeah, that's
and he'll be like, right, you know what? I'm just going to try and knock him out.
I think KSI will have the mental stability. Because I think JJ will get in Jake Paul's head. And I think JJ will... but I think JJ's technique will be open. But I think Jake will capitalise on him getting into his head and be more fired up. I think he'll fire him up more.
I've got a feeling that JJ's mentality is going to be, come on, you can take a couple punches, but don't take too many in the first rounds. Later on, when Jake starts getting sloppy, throwing some dodgy right hands.
Yeah.
Dodge, bang. That's it, done. Remember, one punch can change it.
It depends.
If Jake leaves himself open like that, he's actually got his
Yeah,
face.
but you're just saying one punch can change it. Like, at the end of the day, you know, they're both going to be thinking positively.
Yeah, but I've got a feeling Jake's going to have that mentality of... I've got to knock him out in either the first or second round. Because then the next boxer that I fight will be like, wow, he knocked him out within the first 2 rounds.
That's what he's doing in his fight.
He's had 4 years of training.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. But if KSI puts a stop to that,
yeah,
he's got this big mentality. He's going to be like, right, I'm going to knock him out in the first round.
I think probably KSI can withstand a lot of his punches, though, to be honest.
Hang a minute. Jake might not have the stamina. I'm just thinking. He knocks people out in the first round.
Or not the first round.
But like the first few rounds.
Yeah.
If JJ can withhold the first couple rounds,
yeah,
Jake will tire.
That's what I'm saying.
Like he'll be too focused on knocking him out in the first couple rounds.
3, yeah.
If he doesn't do that,
it'll be a Muhammad Ali, Judge Foreman shit.
Yeah.
He's going, take it. But I don't think he'll be able to take that much because the way Jake throws so many hands, he's so quick.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, but I don't think JJ
I'm saying
can take it.
JJ just needs to, keep going around the ring.
Yeah.
Couple long jabs.
Yeah, long jabs. Keep him away.
Keep him away. When he comes in close,
yeah,
you either hit him with one and you back off.
Yeah.
Or you get into a clinch.
Yeah.
Or you just you firm it like.
I think JJ possibly could firm it, but to be honest, I've just got a feeling of dread that Jake Paul is going to win. If that happens. Anyway, enough about boxing.
Yeah.
That's fine now. A bit more deeper topic we're going into now. So basically, this is spurred from... I saw a YouTube video. I forgot what his name was, but there was this skating channel. This skater who sort of talks about like real shit, like he's been addicted to drugs and everything. And anyway, so he watches... sorry, he doesn't watch. I watched the video of him. And basically, he attempts a trick and he fails. And his friend says to him, "Oh, you should have just thought you can do it, and then you can do it, or something stupid like that." Or you should have done this, and then that would happen. In a jokey way. But so you see him like sitting on the fence, and he's like, and you like, it's actually really mad. Like he's reflecting, and he's just like, and then he says, "Nah, like it's not you, man, but like, it's just bullshit what people say." And he's not trying to like beef his friend here, but he's like, it's just like he says, "Oh, it's just bullshit what people say," when it's like, "Oh, you should just be more positive about that." And what's sad about the video is he goes into detail and he says, "Oh, I'm not going to post this. This isn't content," and he doesn't think anyone wants to hear it, which is mad. But like, obviously, it's really real, and it was a really good like sort of just personal thing about him.
Yeah.
And he always does that. Like he's talked about how he's addicted to drugs and everything. But he's just like, it's called toxic positivity, and it's just like, you know when people say, "Oh, you want to be happy? Well, just be happier," or "Don't think about the bad stuff." Do you know what I mean? Like you have to think about the bad stuff. You have to change yourself. You have to constantly change that. Arguments are good. Bad shit is good. How are you gonna know about the good stuff if you never go through the bad stuff? Do you know what I mean? But what are your thoughts about like toxic positivity and?
So it's sort of like scenario making here.
Yeah.
Your friend's crying. Let's say his girlfriend's broken up with him, and they were going out for a couple of years, and she proper like defeated him. As in, they broke up because she cheated on him. Let's say that.
Yeah.
And you've gone over to his. He's pouring his eyes out, literally ripping everything down. You know, literally in the most depressed state he's ever been in the entirety of his life.
Yeah.
And you go up to him, you're sitting down on the sofa, and you say, "It's going to be fine."
Yeah.
How can you say it's going to be fine when you literally feel like you want to kill yourself in that moment?
You can't. That doesn't make anyone feel better. Do you know what I mean?
That's like saying someone's crying and say, "Stop crying, you'll be fine."
Yeah. It doesn't make anyone feel better. It just makes you feel worse because it feels like you're in a hole and you actually can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Like you can't sort it out because you're just meant to feel fine, and then when you're not feeling fine, then something's wrong with you because you're not feeling fine. But everyone feels like shit at one point. Some people are just, brave enough to admit it. And I just hate this advice where it's like, oh, don't worry, everything will get better. Like, just, do you know what I mean? Like, anyway, he's not trying to beef his friend in the video, but he's just like, some people who say that shit don't understand. Like, and he goes into like how he used to party with drugs and shit, and how his brother's dead because of it, which is actually pretty sad. But what's weird in the video is the dude behind him is making out with his girlfriend.
What?
Or starts making out and kissing with his girlfriend while he's ranting. It's really weird. Like, it's kind of a bit... It's funny, but it's...
Now you said that, that makes me feel like it's a little bit staged.
No, it's not. No, like...
Wait, you're telling me that his mate said it's fine, just land the trick next time and you'll be fine. He's talking about all this depressing shit, and his mate is literally making out with his
not the mate with the camera, not the mate with the camera.
No, but the person in the background.
The person next to him, his other mate, he like kissed his girlfriend a couple of times.
What?
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think it's staged, because he's literally just you can see like his mood change, and he goes like, and he's really thinking, and he's just like, he's really thinking about stuff, and he looks like he's about to cry, and no, he just says like, he's just really sad, and he opens up about his like brother's death because everything was just fine, and he was addicted to alcohol and drugs and shit, and he died because of that. His brother died because of that, and it's like, you can never say just fine. You have to help people. Do you know what I mean? You can't just. You have
If anything,
it's
it's better just saying, you know what, life is shit.
Yeah.
It is really bad, and you are addicted. That is a very bad problem.
Yeah. Addiction sucks.
But
man.
it's not about where you are now. It's about where you will be in the next 2 years. It's about where you will be in the future.
But I also think it's important to actually offer something to help.
So it's what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
To help you?
Yeah.
What do you need someone to do?
Yeah.
What do you need to do?
Yeah.
If anything.
Yeah.
And how are you going to achieve that?
I'll tell you one way you're not achieving that. War profiteering.
Yeah, that is that.
Awful.
And that does take us on to the next topic.
Yeah. Bro, like, so I was just thinking about all this war profiteering. We were having a chat.
So right, let me go into this, because I have the opinion on it.
Yeah.
So basically, I believe in that. Not necessarily it was created, but people that make profit off war, like obviously guns dealers and manufacturers that build like tanks and jets and stuff like that. They have sort of an influence onto the creation of wars. Let's call it that, the creation of a war. Like, it's not necessarily, I shot this person, now you have to start a war with me. It's taunting. For instance, like Donald Trump, from my beliefs, he was trying to start a war with South Korea, North Korea. Who was it? With Kim Jong-un. This guy,
like Freddie Mercury
this guy is mental, right? This Donny's mental.
Yeah.
So if you literally say you're ugly,
yeah,
what's wrong with you? You're stupid.
Yeah.
He's stupid, bro. He will literally launch a nuke coming straight towards you.
Yeah. Well,
and before you know it, you've got World War III, nuclear war. That's it.
But the thing we were talking about is, we went into more depth, and we were saying like, Reagan in the 80s, I think he started a war with the Middle Eastern country, and I think he was either selling weapons to that same Middle Eastern country that he was at war with, or he was selling it to the opposition to get more money. And so he was getting he wasn't really losing much money because of the way he was selling weapons. He was causing lots more violence in the world. He wasn't losing a lot of money, but the one thing he was doing is looking good and like a conquering hero for his fan base. And it's just it's quite mad, because like people like do this. This is like people's foreign policy. It's really mad because they don't understand, like, people die, people shoot each other.
Like,
families
I'll be
are torn
honest,
apart.
they don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
They honestly don't care.
Yeah.
Because think about it, World War One and World War Two. When was World War One? Like 15 till somewhere around there.
I think 1914 to 1918.
No, something like that.
1912 to 1918 or something.
It's around that anyway.
Yeah.
So the First World War lasted a couple of years, and the Second World War lasted a couple of years as well. Over this period of time and years, the First World War, obviously they didn't have that much technology. You know, they weren't having like Spitfires and stuff like that, and proper modern jets. They sort of just had like really crappy guns. Mm-hmm. But obviously at this period of time, it was a lot better than to go with a bloody sword on the end of the rifle than it was to go in with...
Yeah, 1914 to 1918.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Obviously, it's like the amount of money that they must have made from hundreds of millions of people dying.
And the reparations they got.
Is ridiculous.
And then the baby boomers after World War II.
Yeah, and then when they created the bombs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The atomic bomb.
Yeah, and then, what's his name? Oppenheimer or whatever.
Like,
it's mad. Yeah.
The amount of money.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just off ammunition. Like, ammunition, there must have been trillions of rounds that
and the
were
amount
shot.
of jobs and work time that goes into making weapons that could be going into making a spaceship to Mars.
Rebuilding houses and stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff like that that's helping poverty and stuff like that.
Poverty, yeah. But yeah, I'm sad. I don't really want to go on about this. It's just, it's crap, innit? This is why we got, with the last episode, we were saying, like, we need to sort of not fight back, but...
Yeah, just...
Oppose this. Just, do you know what I mean? In everyday life, just oppose it. Oppose racism, oppose sexism, oppose anything that's discriminatory to anyone in any way. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, let's move on for this topic, because I feel like we all know what it is, you know. But let's move on to the music topics. Oh, music topics. So we kind of touched on it earlier. But talking about Drake and how he's got such a good balance for making the love songs and the bangers.
The amount of... It's like...
But I wanted to say, because I wanted to expand on... You know how everyone makes the love songs, and like they're so oversaturated now. Like, everyone's making a love song.
But people still listen to them.
Yeah, but loads of people listen to them. Loads of people buy them. That's why loads of people are making them. I feel like love songs are cool. Do you know what I mean? I have no problem. But I feel like this would be disputed. Love songs.
It's a little bit rinsed now.
Songs.
It's a little bit rinsed.
Yeah. But like no. The thing I want to say is Drake, because he's got an upcoming album, but he's trying to balance the bangers with the things, and it's called Certified Lover Boy, and he's clearly taking the mick out of one side of his fan base that don't like the love songs and everything. But the thing is, he does such a good balance with it, and such a good like, he's so clever with it, and he's got so many hits, and he's got like God's Plan, he's got that Scorpion, which was less lovey-dovey, wasn't it? That came out. But yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, a lot of the lyrics are just based on love and that nowadays.
Yeah,
a lot of it's based on like women. I've noticed that.
And it's always like, we always over-evaluate like, obviously relationships are important, yes, but everyone's always like, oh, relationship, always talk about a relationship, oh, who you messing with, stuff like this. Like, sometimes you just got to chill a little bit and talk about someone else.
Like, even in the new Lil Nas song.
Yeah.
That's literally about him making love to the devil and stuff like that. Even in the lyrics, it's call me when you want, call me when you need.
But the thing, it's fine, it's cool. Like, I don't mind that video, and I think it's sick. But I feel like it's just too much of it. We need to talk about other shit as well. And I feel like most of the shit, like depression and mental illness, doesn't get as much attention.
Lewis Capaldi makes a lot of like pretty decent songs.
Yeah,
but the reason people only listen to them is if they're in a bad mood and they want to cry their eyes out.
Yeah.
Because it's classed as depressing songs.
Yeah.
Because what was that album where it's like on the photo he's in like a red background, he's sat down with his like knees tucked in.
I hate this, bro. Depressing songs. Like, songs can be sad. Songs are really good when they're sad.
Songs are a good way of letting out emotion. Like when you listen to a good song with your friends, often people will just start singing.
Someone said to me today, "Oh, that song's quite depressing, isn't it?" I'm like, "Yeah, because it's a sad song. You want something else. You want to hear bangers every day in your life. That's just fake. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love bangers more than the next person, but what I'm trying to get at is you need to have a balance. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you need to have a balance, and you need to have a balance of commercial success mixed with critical acclaim. And I think, the richer you're going to be with commercial success, but the less of an interesting artist I think you are. Like, Taylor Swift, she has a lot of commercial success, and she actually has a lot of critical success as well, but loads of people just, when you think of Taylor Swift, you're like, oh, love stories and songs, a bit like with Lewis Capaldi. And but she's actually got some really deep, like, not about love, like about herself and just mental and like her life and stuff, and just some real shit songs, but no one listens to that.
I feel like singing about yourself can go to a certain limit. Like, do you hear the Addison Rae song?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was literally just her sucking herself off in the song.
Well, you know,
I'm obsessed with myself.
but not like that. Talking about your flaws.
Yeah, talking about like your mental stability and
Yeah.
what you're good at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a very good way of like getting away from,
And
you know, the
letting
very
other people
common
relate.
love stories and stuff like that.
Because one thing I saw an interview with Brockhampton, this critic called Anthony Fantano, and someone said a really interesting quote. It's like, I have this feeling that I put into my music, and when I bring it into my music and send it out, it's not mine anymore. It's other people's to relate to. It's not mine because they can interpret it how they want. And I think that's an interesting thing because it's like, that is so true. Like, as soon as you release something, it's not yours, it's everyone's. Everyone can interpret it how they want, and, you know, everyone can like what they want. But also, one of my friends liked this really shit Green Day album called Father of All. It's so shit. But it's just mad how, you know, people like really like
Outdated,
often bad
bad, yeah.
albums. But like not even bad in like a good way, like just actually so generic, so bad.
Why do people listen to classical?
I don't know.
It's literally just like violins playing,
Yeah.
or like opera.
It's quite interesting, I guess. But I can't deal with the no vocals.
Like, it is like fascinating how they can go that high, but
Yeah.
honestly, I don't really care.
No. But I do care about jazz. Jazz is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Jazz is pretty cool. Like
But
when
then
they
again-
do it off like the cuff and what was that? This man tripping. Calling Freddie Mercury white, bro. Honestly.
I hadn't seen a photo of him in ages.
You hadn't ever seen a photo of him.
But I know a lot of the Queen songs.
And you didn't know that Freddie Mercury wasn't
Radio Gaga. That's it.
That's it. You don't... What's the one beginning with B?
B. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Alright, fine. You did get it. What's the one beginning with... let's see.
I don't know the names of them, that's the problem. I know what they sound like, I know the tune of them.
Yeah.
I know the lyrics, I just don't know the
You're
start
young.
of it.
You're young still.
I do. I used to listen to Queen songs in the car with my granddad on the way to football.
Cool.
I like Drake.
Relate
Not
to.
Drake. Dave.
Yeah. Which is
Dave's style of song is very fascinating to me.
cool. Yeah. I get that.
It's like speaking,
I like this dude.
but it's just sort of like
Yeah.
pretty bouncy. It's like
Yeah.
10, 9, 8. What's that statement? Stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's
Yeah,
like
I like that too. Sort of. Yeah, and I like that interesting rap and shit. So it is hard to balance commercial success and artistic sort of stuff. But let's just round off to one big fuck you to the Grammys. For being shit. You should have given Kendrick his fucking Grammy Album of the Year, and you should have given Tyler the Creator's Album of the Year. Fuck you, Grammys. You fucking bitch. Sue me. You motherfucker.
Sue me. So that's been
Alright,
it
that's gonna be it, guys.
from the Perceived Podcast.
Perceived Podcast Den.
Yeah.
See you later. Have a nice day. Have a nice week, and we'll come next week with some interesting topics too. This has been Perceived Podcast, where we see and talk about everything. Have a good day and peace out.